Okay guys, it is time to get back to the Shop My Stash series. It's been a really long time, but I have been wanting to get back to these, and I figured what better way to start than with New Year's makeup, because New Year's is at the end of this week. Today's Monday, and so we're going to select makeup for this week to use, including for New Year's Eve. If you hear something in the background, my husband is sanding down a desk, and so that's why it sounds so noisy. I apologize for that. We are going to go in order. I usually like to go in order of the way I do my makeup, but for sake of the area we're in right here, I am going to go in order of the drawers. So we are going to start with, so top drawer I have highlighters. My first and third drawer are really highlighters. And so kind of changed these drawers around since my last makeup collection video, and so that's why it's going to look a little different if you have watched that video. So because I am looking for something this week leading up to New Year's Eve, I'm going to choose a couple of different things probably for each category, including something more, you know, during the week type of thing, and then something a little more stand out because of New Year's. And so let's just jump right into this. So it's been a while since I've done these. Let me see if I can get back in the groove. Okay, I have been wanting to use, so I still have these in the boxes even though I've used them, and I think this is what I'm going to use for the week. I'm going to use one of these Fenty highlighters, and so yeah, let's go ahead and use this one. This one's the very lightest shade, and I'm going to use this so that I can take it out of the box. Again, it has been used. It's just that, you know, me, sometimes I have a hard time parting with boxes. I don't know why, but this is the lightest one of the bunch, and this is what it looks like right here. So we're going to use this for the week, and then for the for New Year's Eve, there's so much to choose from when it comes to highlight, but I think I already have in mind what I want to use, and I think it's in the third drawer. So we're done here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next drawer. So for the week, for blushes, I always have a hard time choosing what blushes I want to use because I tend to go to the palettes a little more often. The singles don't get as much love, but I think I'm wanting to use, there's one I got, this is it, there's one I got last year, and it was called Almeria, and I love this blush. It's like the perfect mauve neutral type shade, and so I think I want to use this bad boy because in using the more sparkly shades for New Year's, you want to kind of tone it down on the blush. Let's pick one more for during the week though. I kind of also want like a, oh, you know what? I haven't used this one in a while. This one's the Sharon Osbourne. I love this one because it is so natural. It looks bright. It's really not. I'll just show you like that. So let's use that for our second blush of the week. So that takes care of blushes. Let's move on. In this third drawer, I've got the remaining of my highlighters as well as my bronzers. And so because of the foundation that I have been using, I am really not going to need a bronzer, and I'll show you that here in just a bit. The highlighter that I think want to use for New Year's Eve is this Urban Decay highlight. This was their original one. Let me see if I can find the name. I don't know if the name is even on here. It was the very first one. This is what it looks like. Now, it does have a lot of glitter. You can already see that. What I love to do is use this with a wet brush. And, oh my gosh, this thing is, if you're looking for something that will pop in pictures, that is it right there. I used that for my bachelorette party, and I look back at pictures, and I'm like, wow, that's like the best thing ever. Just as an FYI, if you are looking for also a very, very intense highlight, this Makeup Forever Starlit Powder, this is shade 13. Oh my goodness, this thing is no joke. I've used it for a while, but I took it to Disney World with me, and I look back at pictures and I know what day I was wearing it. It's the day we went to Magic Kingdom, and so I look at pictures and I'm like, wow, my highlight is on point. And that sounds so vain, I don't mean it to be. So, you know, usually I come to my Hourglass bronzers. I think I am good right now because, like I said, the type of foundation that I'm going to wear. So I think we're good there. You know what? I like to use a highlight base, and I think I want to use this one now that I see it because of the tone, and because of that highlight from Urban Decay, this is more of a, this is like a whiter type tone. It's very, very pretty. It is intense, but you know, I love to intensify my powder highlight by layering. So this bad boy is coming out of the drawer so that we can put him to good use. Okay, see what's in here. Okay, these are my single eyeshadows, which again, don't get as much love because I am more an eyeshadow palette type of girl. However, you know, girl can't pass up those beautiful single eyeshadows, especially my Glitter and Glow. This is probably, the Stila Glitter and Glow shades are probably my favorite glitter eyeshadow of all time. They have the intensity that I can't live without. So, usually silver and gold are what is most used for, New Year's Eve. The only thing is I've used these recently. I used the silver one at Disney and I used the gold when we went out on the town a couple of nights ago, so I kind of want to use something else. Let's see. I've got Bronzed Belle right there. That one might work. Ooh. No, I don't want a red. Okay. We're kind of moving past the reds. And then I've got the summer ones that came out. I did one of those for Christmas, so I think I'm wanting to, move on. Okay, so Kitten Karma, and what's this other one? Okay, Smoldering Satin. I may need to do Kitten Karma. Okay, I'm going to pull that one out for a sec. And so let's move on to these. What are these two? Smoldering Satin and, okay, Rose Gold Retro. And Smoky Storm. Very, very pretty as well. I think I'm wanting to go with Kitten Karma. This one's so pretty too. Okay, let's take both of these and then we can decide later. If y'all want to see a New Year's Eve tutorial, let me know. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say yes, and I've been actually pretty looking forward to doing one for you guys. So I think we're just going to say we're going to do one. Darn, I forget I have these. These are these lit glitters that are super awesome. Darn. I might want to use that instead. Which one's this one? I just need to take this out of the box because look how difficult this is. Ooh, this is the black one. I think we may have to go with this instead. Oh my gosh. Don't know why I even keep it in the box. I think so that I could keep everything together. Okay, I think we're going to do that. And let's just put one. I'm going to take that black one and I'm going to put, I'm going to keep Kitten Karma. And I am going to put Smoky Storm back because I don't think it's going to get love this week. So that takes care of eyes. Now, what do we have in here? That's empty. More room for makeup. That's stuff that is kind of new. These are just my lashes and stuff. Nothing super exciting, but I will end up using the Samantha lashes for New Year's Eve. I don't tend to use a whole lot of lashes during the week. I like to give my eyelids kind of a break. Also, for sake of time, a lot of times I'm trying to hurry and, you know, if I need to get out the door, and lashes just, they add to your, what can I say? They add to your time. So, what are we wanting to, oh, you know what, this palette is outside. Okay. Here's where it's going to get difficult because we're going to want something that is really stand out. Let's move to the last drawer. I'm kind of wanting to use that Chocolate Gold palette by Too Faced as one of my palettes for the week. You know, one of these might even be right for this week. Let's see. And this one doesn't get a lot of love either. So I'm thinking we might put this one since it's got, they're more like, they're darker shades. I think that's why I don't use it as much. But I think I might use this one and the Chocolate Gold palette because I don't see anything. Oh, you know what? I could use the Heavy Metals. Do I want to? I kind of do. Okay, let's do that. Let's use the Heavy Metals. Yeah, okay. Let's use Heavy Metals this week and Chocolate Gold. We will use this one another day. Okay, that takes care of eyeshadows, so let's move on. Okay, now we're facing my desk, and a lot of the stuff that is just for my face I keep in my desk. So, for example, I had told you that I was using a certain foundation. This is it. It's the Huda Beauty Foundation. I think this has to be my favorite foundation of life to even beat out the Fenty foundation, which I was absolutely loving. Now, I purchased mine in the shade Latte, which is the it's 300N, so it's a neutral shade. It was described on the Sephora website as being the light medium neutral, and so that's why I picked it out. So it's kind of borderline of being too dark, but it's really not. It's actually just right to warm up my face the way I need, so I don't look, you know, I'm pretty light, and so in some shades I have to go light, and some I can go light medium. And so when I wear this, I really don't need bronzer, because then it really does go too dark. So as long as I use this, I don't need bronzer. It warms up my face perfectly, and this coverage is beautiful on me without looking cakey if I don't use too much. So I'm gonna use that. Now we're gonna need to pick a primer, but before we do, because I've got a couple of things up here, I just want to go ahead and pick one. So I already chose this as one of my bases for highlight. However, there is another one that I want to use because I'm going to want to use it for New Year's, and that's Confetti. This Matchstick is, if you like glitter in your highlight, this thing is amazing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the glitter. There you go. So this thing is just really, really nice. And if you use it as a base for certain highlights, especially like the Alchemist palette or the Aurora by Anastasia, it adds that luminosity and glitter to a beautiful holographic highlight. So that's what I like to use. I think that's what I'm going to use for New Year's because of the glitter base. And then I'm not big on setting sprays, so the only two that I really use are Mario Badescu. I want to try the new one that they just came out with. I can't remember. I think it's like a green one. This is what I use for wetting my brush when I want to do wet eyeshadow. This is usually what I use for the Marc Jacobs coconut setting spray, is the one I use for setting my makeup, and it still has quite a bit, as you can tell. I do love Fix Plus. I just had kind of moved away from it, but I'm probably going to go back to it now that they're coming out with the new scents, those limited edition scents. They're making them permanent. I think like the coconut, the lavender, and one more. As far as my brushes, I really don't pick out certain ones for the week because literally these are the 3 cups that I use. So I've got face brushes, say that 3 times fast, and eye brushes. So I just move these, you know, down to the desk when I do my makeup. And then I think because I'm so used to using the other ones, it's just habit to use those, that I forget to use these. And so I just need to get in the habit of using these, but I have another cup of brushes right there. Okay, so let's move on real quick to a few basic things and then we'll be done. And I think I've told y'all in previous Shop My Stash videos, these kinds of videos help get me so organized for the week, because in the mornings that I'm not like, oh, what should I use? So, eyeshadow primer, easy peasy. I'm going to go with, I don't want a matte primer, so I'm going to go in with this Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. It's champagne, so it's got a kind of a satin finish. It's definitely not matte. I'm going to need my eyelash glue for New Year's Eve. And then a couple of things also, I am definitely going to want to smoke out my looks, so I'm going to use this YSL Kohl Liner. This one came, I think it was like free in a set, a perfume set sometime back, and I think that's it for, oh, obviously mascara. And this Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara is my favorite of life. I try to get them with point perks from Sephora when they do release them, because then I don't have to buy it. And then for brows, I have been loving, okay, so let's take care of this because it's on top. This is my gel liner by Inglot in number 77. This thing is so rich and black and so easy. It glides on so perfectly. Let's see. You need a couple of brow products. I keep on pulling things that are not brow products. My Clarins lip oil. I really can't do without this. This thing moisturizes my lips so well. This is like my 3rd tube of this stuff. You can't go wrong with that. And so then let's go in with brow products. So I do need my brush that has my spoolie and my brush, but the question is, do I want to use the Ka-Brow or the Gimme Brow, or the, sorry, it's Goof Proof. This is the one I've really been loving, even more than the Anastasia Brow Pomade. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the tone. I don't know if it's how it applies, but this thing has been stealing my heart lately, and I think that is it. You know what? I need my little Tarte tweezers or lash applicators. So we'll take that out of here. What else? think that's it. I think that's all we need out of here. Question is, do I want the little stamps by Milk Makeup? I love using these. It's a heart and a star, and they add such a neat little flair. Oh, and then I'm a glitter glue fan. However, I do also like the lit glitter adhesive. So since we're using lit glitter this time around, let's use this adhesive. So I think we're good to go. I'm gonna go through this real quick. Okay, so in the order of how I apply, we've got foundation. Oh, okay, hold on. I forgot we need a makeup base. So, one I love to use, if you're going to use something that's a little more drying, like the Huda foundation, which is not too drying, but I tend to use super moisturizing primers, like the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer, and then this one. This is the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Primer. It's a smoothing primer. Oh my goodness, I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. As soon as this is out, I will repurchase. This thing is so soothing. So I think this is the one I'm going to use. If you like any kind of... Now the thing about it is, I don't think it's for oily skin types because it is overly moisturizing. It almost leaves like a slight oily residue. I don't know how to describe it to you without sounding bad. It's not. This thing is so amazing, but we are going to use that. And then let's go out ahead and pick a lipstick while we're here. We're going to go in with the liquid lipsticks. I love, love, love a good red lip. Now, I'm thinking my Fenty lipstick is in my purse. Darn. That Uncensored lipstick by Fenty Beauty is probably my favorite red of all time, my favorite formula of all time. I think I'm going to go grab it. I think I'm also going to use one of these little metallics from the Smashbox metallic set. So I am going to use probably the red and the mauve, Mauve Squad, and Crimson Chrome. There we go. Okay guys, here is what we've got going on for the week. I went ahead and pulled the Fenty Stunna lipstick out of my purse because this is what this thing is bomb. I can't even say enough good things about this. The applicator is unique and amazing. But that's what we're going to use for this week as our red. So I also pulled a couple of Kylie lipsticks that are more neutral. I grabbed Angel. And then from the, let's see, summer collection, I grabbed Naked. And then I stuck with the same two kind of chrome metallic Smashbox lipsticks. But here's what we've got going on for the week. So I am all set. I'm really happy because now I don't have to pick everything out on a daily basis. So I hope you've enjoyed this Shop My Stash Beauty Edition makeup for the week ahead, and I will try to go back to incorporating this on a weekly basis. Alright guys, I will be back very soon. Like I said, I will do my best to put up a New Year's Eve tutorial for you. Simple and easy because that's how I like to do my makeup, and hopefully it helps you too. So stay tuned and I will see y'all very soon in the next video. Bye!